Yo, what's good, guys? Hope you're all having a great day. We are back with another video, and we are locked and loaded for Monday Night Football. We got a three-man slip in the Bills versus the Jets game, and I could not be more excited. To recap NFL Sunday, bro, we should have hit that three-man slip. I gave y'all 5 picks, but I really told y'all I'll take the first 3. Bro, Joe Burrow didn't throw a pick. Henry's rushing over. That was easy. And then Jahmyr Gibbs, bro, they scored 50 points. And Jahmyr Gibbs somehow did not end up in the end zone. Even though he has 18 touchdowns in his last 18 games, he didn't end up in the end zone. Super annoying. We're going to pretty much jump right into it. But before that, I wanted to show you guys our VIP group. We have over 12,000 of you in here. If you guys want to join, it's actually completely free. I've told you this a million times. You can see everyone cashing out in here. We hit a couple 5-mans on better last week, and we're looking to keep that going. You can see we're profitable in the long run. If you bet $10 a slip that we send in there, you're up 2.6 grand verified by Pickett. All you got to do is download Underdog with the code PISTONS and send us a screenshot to this email right here. And you're going to get a completely free month inside the group. Plus, you're going to get deposit bonuses and a lot of other stuff. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. You can also buy in. It's $100 a month. But I recommend just downloading any app in the description because it's free. Then you don't have to pay. You cash out with us. All the details are down there. Anyway, Braelon Allen, we're going to take his higher than 33.5 rushing yards. So what's the story with this? So number one, Braelon Allen is the backup running back on the Jets. Some would even say 1A, 1B. So over the last few weeks, his snap count has increased. Last week, we saw a little bit of a, middling out. So he's averaging about 30% of the snaps on the season as of the last 3 to 4 weeks with Breece Hall. A bit of a surprise, but Braelon Allen's probably the youngest player in the NFL, and he looks like a superstar. At times, he's even looked better than Breece, I would argue, the last couple weeks. And as we can see, the Bills defense, they're giving up 144 rush yards a game. They're bottom 6 in the entire NFL. Braelon Allen's projected to have about 7 to 8 carries. And if we're getting his rush yards at 33.5, that means we just need him to get about 4 yards a carry, 4.5 yards a carry against one of the worst run Ds in the league, where Aaron Rodgers also should be throwing the ball because Buffalo is a good offense. They should be airing the ball out. And maybe it's high scoring, maybe it's not, but Braelon Allen is going to get his touches. And against a weak run defense, it's something I really like to see. On top of that, you can also see some of the other apps are giving us worse odds. I know it might not seem like a lot up at 34. Believe me, it's more than you might think. So go ahead and take that on Underdog for the first pick on our slip. For the second pick, and guys, make sure you're on Underdog because PrizePicks is going to give you a 5x payout and Underdog's going to give you a 6. So next pick on the slip, you guys are not going to like this. Josh Allen, we're taking his lower than 205 pass yards. And before I tell you guys that, if you want up to $1,000 for completely free, all you have to do is download Underdog Fantasy and use the code PISTONS. You're going to get up to $1,000 free. You're also going to get this free square for Josh Allen tomorrow night to just throw for 1 yard or more. Sweat-free winner. You can add that to any slip and it profit boosts you like crazy. On top of that, guys, you get that free month inside our VIP group. You stop getting robbed on PrizePicks because, as I said, you're getting a 6x on this slip instead of a 5x. So it makes 20% more in profit boost. And they're going to be giving you discounts every day of the week, all through the end of October on players in MLB, even NBA when we get that starting up. So if you like NBA discounts, this is the place to be as well. So Josh Allen, lower than 205 pass yards. And I know you guys are not going to like this one because it's the star players under, and it's like boring. Nobody likes betting on the star players under. But we have to go off the numbers here. And a lot of stuff is pointing towards him going under. So number one, we have James Cook pretty banged up. And I know James Cook is a running back, but James Cook is a huge part of this offense. Even if he plays, he has turf toe or he has something similar along those lines. And we can see the Jets are the number 1 ranked pass defense in the NFL. I think that's not really a surprise. Everyone knows their linebackers, their corners, their safeties. It is lockdown over there in New York. Of course, they have a Salah leaving, which might affect it a little bit. But we can see last 2 weeks, Josh Allen's gone against elite defenses in Houston Texans and Baltimore Ravens, and he's struggled a lot, 180 and 131 passing yards last week. He doesn't really have a ton of weapons. Dalton Kincaid has looked good, but he hasn't looked like a superstar. Dawson Knox is there. Of course, we have Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, but 205 yards, I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but take a look at this. For example, another reason why. Look at some of the other apps. They're down at 199. 197 on Fanduel. Come on, bro. That's 8 yards of a difference. For example, that is 8%, that is 4% of the entire line, meaning 8 yards out of 205. That's about 4%. And in case you guys don't know, the casino's house edge, or the app's house edge is about 4% on average, depending on where you play it at. So we're getting a premium price here, believe it or not, actually, when some of these other apps are telling us the over-under should be set at 197. So definitely lock that one in as the second pick on your slip. Josh Allen, lower than 205 pass yards on Underdog. For the next pick on the slip, and guys, I'm actually going to show you something pretty crazy at the end, so stick around. It's some mind-blowing stuff. So Tyler Conklin, we're going to take his higher than 27.5 receiving yards. So Tyler Conklin has kind of come as a surprise this season, to be honest with you. The Jets, they have nobody in that pass game. Like, even Garrett Wilson, like, yeah, he looks good. He doesn't look like what he was expected to be this season. Of course, he's like number 1 in the NFL in targets. He had 22 last week. But even like the targets he caught last week, he had like 12 catches, 13 catches for like 100 yards. It was like average catch was like 7 yards. He's looked good. He hasn't looked great. But Tyler Conklin, like, bro, they got Mike Williams. He hasn't really done anything. Conklin's been the other guy, I mean, in 2 weeks of the year. And even on the season as a whole, he's averaging 36 yards a game. And we're getting a defense that's middle of the pack where they're going to need to throw the ball, as I said, the Jets. So it's hard for me to see Conklin not hitting 27 yards, especially factoring in that his receptions line is over under 3.5. And we can see the last 3 games, 5 catches, 4 catches, 6 catches. So when you got a guy like Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball to him, and we're expecting him to catch, let's say, even 3 or even 4 passes. So casinos are saying he's going to catch exactly 3 pretty much. Bro, 27 yards, it's not that much. And on top of that, like I said earlier, other apps are up at 29. So lock it in. That's the third pick on our slip. Remember to stop getting robbed on PrizePicks and go take this on Underdog. Use the code PISTONS to get all those bonuses. Get the better payouts, as I said before, so that you can stop getting robbed. And I had something pretty cool to show you guys. So this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in sports betting. It is called the Edge Boost card. So let me explain this to y'all. It is next level. So don't read anything on screen yet. I just want to break this down. When you go and buy something from a store, there is always a credit card or debit card processing fee, if you know that as a business owner. So you spend $1, the business only gets like 97 cents because they have to pay 2-3% to a credit card fee. Like Visa, they pay Visa, if that makes sense. So when you go deposit on Fanduel, when you go deposit on PrizePicks, let's say you put $100 in, you get $100 in your account, you don't think about it. But when you use that debit card, PrizePicks actually has to pay a 1.8% processing fee. So when you put $100 into your PrizePicks account, PrizePicks only gets about $98. So what this company did, Edge Boost, is they partnered with Visa and they made a debit card that everyone can use. It's FDIC insured as well. Of course, I wouldn't promote something that isn't. How this works, they partnered with Visa, and out of that 1.8% that I told you before, that they actually give you a small percent of cash back on what you're betting. So if you guys bet on a bunch of different apps, I highly recommend you check it out. It's also really good because it keeps betting transactions off your primary account, which, of course, as you can see here, it impacts life-changing credit reviews like mortgages because people don't like seeing betting transactions on your bank statements. Even if you're a profitable player, they don't care. Like when someone's going to be like, okay, is this guy going to get approved or not for a mortgage? Like, you know what I'm saying? You have betting stuff. Anyway, of course, please do all necessary research on your own. This is not financial advice. This is just me presenting information, something I really like. It's a product I enjoy using, and I recommend you guys at least do a solid and check it out. I have some info down below. I'll actually link this entire document so you can check it out in your free time. But it's pretty cool stuff. So you can deposit it into certain sports books, and you just earn cash back. So you put $1,000 into an app, you get about $5 back. And it might not seem like a lot, but if you can do that every single day, as long as you're playing through, and you can run up your bankroll. So if you want to go check it out, it's in the description. That is not a paid promotion, by the way. I am an affiliate of them because I actually believe in their product. They did not pay me to make that segment. I want to make that clear. This is just because I actually enjoy that product. So catch you tomorrow.